Welcome back to Full Time. The Wollongong Hawks have come from behind to beat Perth by 12 points in the second game of the NBL Grand Final Series. The victory squares the ledger and forces a third and deciding game. Let's hear from Fox Sports commentators Brian Taylor and Shane Hill.
Yes, tonight it was the Wollongong Hawks by 12 points in Game 2 of the best-of-3 series. They have now levelled it with the Perth Wildcats 1-1, Shane Hill. Could you believe it? They're still celebrating in the background.
Well, you can believe it because they've been the best home team all year, but it's actually happened now. They're celebrating like they've just won the whole title. There's still a third game, and I can't wait to see it.
All right, let's dissect these stats, and what do you make out of them?
Well, have a look at the Perth Wildcats. 37% from the field and only 4 from 23. It's 17% from the three-point line. You're not going to win too many games on the road against a quality Wollongong Hawks team if you shoot the ball like that.
Wollongong also getting it done with the rebounds over the Perth Wildcats there. Their big men tonight were very, very impressive. Look at Tregar, 28 points, led all scorers. Luke Martin, how good was he?
Yeah, Luke Martin was fantastic, but Tregar, 28 points. He had 4 points in the first game, BT, 2 from 8. He was non-existent, but these guys both came to the party.
There he is, Luke Martin, just nailing the opening 3 of the game and looked great. I mean, they were down for most of the first half, Wollongong. Perth led the first half pretty convincingly, didn't they?
Well, they did. It looked like Perth were going to be able to go run away with it, but Tregar was just such a consistency inside and being able to score points. And then Perth dried up. They couldn't make a bucket. Great hustle there from Brad Robbins, and then a little bit of a controversial play. We didn't know what went on here, but it ended up being a three-point play and ended up being a great win by the Wollongong Hawks just because they kept eking out points.
They did indeed, and the big guys, as you mentioned, Tregar, and you see Gruber in the background, and Larry Davison had a good game, and they just banged it up with Young and Shenser, and last week it was the toughness and the physical approach of Perth that got them across the line. Tonight it was the reverse.
It certainly was, and we've seen that in the final series, wherever we've gone. The home court advantage has just gone into the mentality of that home team, and they've come out hungry, they've played harder, they've got all the loose balls. You see a tip in there, and the frustration from Galen Young from the Perth Wildcats.
Yeah, Galen Young got really frustrated in this game, and there was an unsportsmanlike call, and the big boys were really talking it up inside there, but the little man Luke Martin along with Reece Martin in the point were able to get it done. There's the owner of the Wollongong Hawks, Mr. Unatunga. He loved all of the action, Shane, and he's enjoying it and already booked his flight to Perth, I believe. And the balloons, they were meant for Game 3, I think.
I think they might have got a little confused, but however, it was a fantastic win, and you know, all of the Wollongong community have certainly got behind this team, and it's a great success story, and I'm glad they're in the league.
A record crowd in this venue tonight, 5,700 people here tonight. There's the road to the championships, just about complete, isn't it? Look at that, Wollongong and Perth, 1-1 in the best-of-3 grand final series.
It's going to take a special effort for the Wollongong Hawks to go to Perth and actually come back with the championship cup, but anything can happen. I've doubted them all year, BT, and they've proved me wrong every single time.
They have 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Friday night, Game 3, the decider. Will Perth become the most successful NBL club with their 5th championship, or are Wollongong going to win their 2nd? That's the question. Tonight it was Wollongong on their home court over the Perth Wildcats by 12 points.